All right, as we fade back in, Kaori and Deshawn recognize this man who Captain Fortune introduces to you as. Please meet Captain Conrad Silvereye
Keats! I
Keats.
yell out as she's talking.
It appears you know each other.
Kiori would follow Deshawn. It's like, Silvereye, we've returned to you!
Aye, lasses, it's good to see you again. And what
I'm
have you
not
brought me?
spoiling-
This sea dog and this tall metal fella.
Oh, these are friends. This
I like
is.
your hat.
You look like you've got a little of the
That's
sea in
Melbourne.
you, he says, looking at Buxton and Melbourne.
Mr. Keats.
That's what they call me.
I haven't laid eyes on me ship in a long time.
Oh, you've got a ship. I'd be happy to take you to her. I'm kidding.
Oh yeah.
I knew your old captain.
I still raise up my my hook. I'm raising up the hook, not the hand this time, to shake with him. And I'm like, "Aye, Rexford," and I kind of take off my hat for a moment, but then I put it on instantly. He left this world a little bit too early.
That it was. It sounds to me from the stories that you were good to him, and I thank you for that. Well, if you'll give me a few minutes here to catch up with Captain Fortune as to just why she brought 4 stragglers onto my ship. My new ship, that is, the Mermaid's Bounty, was sunk just a few leagues out from the bay here after I dropped those 2 off.
It's gone?
Those damn Noxians. They utilize the jagged hooks. Can't believe the Reaver King is working with them.
Well, at least, Kaori, we don't have to swap any more of those decks over there.
Kiori just nods graciously. Yes.
We'll see
We're sorry
about
for your
that.
loss, Captain.
No.
And he kind of disappears back into the back with Captain Fortune.
I'm trying not to look angry, but I definitely kind of am a little like, It's like when hopefully this makes sense, but I remember when I was looking to get a promotion and somebody else got the promotion and I tried to hate them for the longest time, but I couldn't do it,
Exactly.
That's kind of what I'm feeling right now.
I feel.
Oh, Buxton, Captain Keats is actually a really good captain. He was so nice to us on the way here.
Kiori would just nod in agreement. Like, yes, he was so kind as to explain so many things. We've never seen such a moderate vessel of travel by ocean before, and it was great to learn so much in a short few days. Except swapping the decks. That we did not enjoy.
I mean, it's a good upkeep at least, that makes me feel a little better that he knows how to take care of a ship for a long period of time, and I kind of start like, kind of looking around and like just like checking like the corner of the ship and stuff to see how everything's kind of like worn or not.
Yeah, you see there's you notice about 4 crewmen. They seem to be loading a few things. One of them is sealing the decks actually right now, which is obviously good maintenance. It seems well maintained. He hasn't been the captain for very long though. It's been like a couple days.
Yeah, I imagine there's like there's maybe something like below deck or something where he was bunking, where Buxton was bunking, there's probably like a carving or something or like a drawing or something.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah,
And
on the second
at that.
level, there's a number of hammocks. You can kind of find the one that you had been using, and maybe like some little knife carvings in there that you had made.
Yeah.
As you're looking around, eventually Captain Fortune and Captain Keats, I guess it should be Admiral Fortune now. She has a whole fleet, but anyway, they kind of come back out, and he's like, "And you're sure it'll be mine?" Okay. Well then, he claps his hands together. It looks like I'm to take you to the Sailor's Refuge. We got a bit of dirty business there.
What's
yes.
gonna be yours?
Oh no, nothing. But I hear that after you take care of this business, the minnow will be yours, and I can't say I'm happy to part with it. A fine vessel she seems, but I'll do okay.
You know, I know how hard it was to part with her myself, Mr. Keats. So I understand, but I hope these few days, or perhaps a week, you get to spend with her, show you the true value. I hope to explain to you some of the benefits. You know, we're heading to uncharted, not necessarily uncharted waters, but you know, waters where we need to be a little bit more, let's say, sneaky. And this is the perfect ship for that, Mr. Keats.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. And I will be sad to part with her. And everyone can make an insight check.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Oh, he's got like something lined up.
Because since Kaori and I have been with him, can we like
You take
know-
advantage. Yeah, take advantage.
Advantage, perfect.
It doesn't really help.
It is not difficult to tell that he's not actually too broken up. He seems to intend to do, hold up his end of the bargain, but it is reasonable to assume he's got something else lined up.
Now, Keats, what will you do after the ship becomes Captain Buxton here?
Will you still sail on the sea?
Oh well, it may be time for these old sea legs to retire.
In Bilgewater?
Oh well, once Captain Fortune is our queen, she will need an administration to help her keep the order.
I kind of do one of those things where I like a whisper to Buxton. I'm like, or sorry, Melbourne. I'm like, a true captain would never retire from the sea.
You say it loud enough that he obviously hears it.
No.
Okay. He's too caught up in what he's doing.
Melbourne, yeah.
Cool. He says, "Well, if you'll help us load this last bit, we can make our way to the north. The way is dangerous, but I know it well. I've been to these caves before. Strange place."
Hiro would raise her hand and waves like, Captain Silvereye, is this crew the same crew as the one we got to journey with before? Is the food still bad? Do they still smell? Is everything the same? Except the boat?
Yes, it's the same crew. I managed to get them all off. But what was that about the food being bad, did you say?
Well, you told us food was bad. It wasn't that bad in my opinion, but I was just curious if it was the same.
I'm just joking with you. Yes. It's still terrible. Awful, really.
Mr. Keats here. What happened to the previous crew?
Oh, well, you see, they had joined up with the Noxians, and I wasn't around myself, but apparently those soldiers of fortune did not take kindly to their type.
How'd they get the boat back in such good condition?
Well, some sort of night raid, I imagine. Their little slit to the throat keeps things nice tip-top.
They were mutineers, but some of them were damn good friends.
Oh.
And I uncork, my I don't have any alcohol, so it's just water. my canteen. I'm like, take a swig.
Yes.
Were they all yordles like you, Captain Buxton?
No, not all yordles. People from all walks of life. But I spent most of my youth there, and it's a new era though, and Papa's home.
Well, if you'll excuse me, I have to make the final preparations. But the cave is only about a day's journey from here. We should be there by nightfall. And he kind of walks off to oversee.
I think Deshaun.
Sorry, Deshaun would just mentioned and I would have
Oh.
asked if there's any is there anything that we need to know about these caves? Any dangers that we should know about? Any difficulties on the sea, perhaps?
Oh, well, the caves themselves seem harmless enough. They have some mighty strange paintings and drawings from those Buru people in there, but shouldn't give you much trouble, although I guess there's always the risk of getting lost. On the seas, well, there's always sea monsters about. You remember old Kagrom, don't you? We told you about him. He shouldn't be showing up this
Yeah.
close to shore, though.
Okay.
Gary would just start following one of the crew members that seems to be struggling with something and goes to help load everything.
Yeah, I think I would kind of like fall in and start helping around, and I imagine Melbourne. I'm trying to remember, Melbourne. Have we been on a ship this big since like the young breakout?
I don't think so. This is probably the first time I've actually been. Well, not on a ship, I guess, but no, I don't think we've really been on a ship since we broke
Yeah.
out. Though.
Okay, so I would just kind of give you the nickel tour before we start going, but it'd be like, all right, here's the mizzen, right? You got to check out for the mizzen. This is kind of like our our back sail, and then we got the main mast right here in the middle, and the foremast up in the front, and make sure that if you're going in the crow's nest, you shout down. You're going because you get be forgotten up there for a while. People have a tendency of going to sleep, although you don't have to worry about that. But we got the forepeak, the beak, the keel, the hull, the gun port, the chains, the rudder, and I just kind of go through like all the different parts, just give you like the nickel tour, and
Which
before I
one's
start
port
going in.
and which one's starboard? I always get those mixed up.
Oh, you know what? I'm gonna tell you a secret. I still get them mixed up to this day. So let me go ahead and look it up. I think port's right and starboard's left.
I'm pretty sure it's the other way.
Yeah, let's see. Oh, yep. Starboard is yep. I always remember starboard is It's the one where I have the hook. So starboard's always to the right, port is to the left, and stern. People forget about stern, but it's to the back. Yep.
Right.
Can Deshawn find like a quiet area because she wants to use her Shomar ability for the first time to see if she can find any of Captain Keats' memories of him talking to Captain Fortune just then.
Oh, you can get memories through that. Yeah, you can kind of head off on the main deck. There's like a cabin area, which is more of like there's maps in there and those sorts of things. But everyone is loading right now, so no one's in that area.
So let me just see. I can put it in the chat. I think it's this one. I probably would ask Kaori, like, Kaori, I'm gonna go and do something. Can you just keep watch? Because it's something a bit strange. I don't really want anyone to see. So if you could be like a distraction if anyone's coming to see what I'm doing.
Kaori would be like, I will try my best, and she finishes putting down whatever's in her hands and then starts trying to like help with whatever task is nearby where that she can look less suspicious than if she just stood there with her blades out.
Just don't freak out, okay? Don't freak out. It's a bit weird.
I will do my best. Just do you know what it looks like?
Nope. I just do it. I don't know what happens.
Okay. Can I hold Thorn back?
Yeah. I hand her Thorn back.
Kaori just holds Thorn back and is just like petting and pacing, trying to look calm or like I'm taking care of the baby.
Cool. So as you head into the room, what does it look like when you use the Shoma ability?
So you see Deshawn just kind of sit down cross-legged and just kind of put her hands together and start muttering to her god Majora, like blessings, thank you for giving me this power. And she'll also say a prayer to her pseudo-dragon master and thanking him for giving her powers. And you'll kind of just see like her being wrapped with like branches and twigs and with leaves all around her body, like cocooned in all these branches. And then she would be, as they unwrap her body, she would be turned instantly into Captain Keats.
Nice. Yeah, and so as you do this, you begin to feel his recent emotions and his memories, and he seems very happy. He seems a little more concerned than he was letting off heading to the north, but definitely happy. And you can WTF? What does that mean?
What the actual?
Oh, okay. Anyway, he seems a little more concerned, like there may be some sort of danger. But he's also he's kind of thinking. You don't get like the full conversation, but he's like thinking very intensely about the dockmaster's mansion at the top of the slaughter docks.
Okay, so it's not the bearded minnow like Captain Fortune said it's going to be his or anything. Cool. All right, awesome. Wanted to check that he's not getting fucked over here.
Deshawn's gotten
just see
very
the-
careful now.
Kiori's just
glad.
like watching the branches, is like, I don't like these trees, and just holds Thorn back closer and just starts petting faster.
Yeah,
And as I'm like Captain Keats, I'll be like, okay, it's actually me, Deshawn. I'm just gonna think for a minute. I'll be back soon. And I'm just like closing my eyes trying to remember what he's doing.
yeah, you know,
Kiori just kind of like salutes.
it only takes you a minute or so, and you're kind of in the midst of this when you hear the all right, that's everything. Let's get ready to push off.
And I think really, really hard to get back into Deshawn territory.
Yep.
What time of day is it, Luke?
It would be so you set off during morning to fight Alao. It'd probably be afternoon.
Okay, I would say, all right, Captain, if you don't mind, how about we break for a little bit of food before we head out? You know, it's kind of tradition. At least that's how we used to do it back in the old days of the bearded minnow.
I see. Tradition is important. A cookie. And you see a man come up. He's like, why don't you get some snacks? As it seems they're a little hungry.
And I'll just kind of wait and just kind of chill and like I guess plop on like I imagine there's got to be a barrel.
Yeah, there's
gotta
like
be
a
a barrel.
barrel and stuff. And in fact, let me take you over to the minnow.
Is there a map? Oh,
Of course, there's a map.
Oh man.
Yeah, I know. It's always telling when there's a map, right?
Oh yeah, then nothing bad's gonna happen here. That is the cutest. Oh my gosh! I immediately pet. I immediately pet the tail. But
Cookie rustles
slowed
you
down.
up like some
Avery's home.
some biscuits and like some dried fish.
I take it, kind of like bite into it like a piece of jerky, and I'm like, it is bad, as you were saying, but the nostalgia's flowing through me, and it might be hard to eat now, but I'll show you a trick. And I take out kind of a little bit of like a stick, and I put it in my mouth, and I use that to chew with, like the old school like chewing sticks that some of the American Indian tribes used to use. Those are kind of
Interesting.
break through some like the super like chewy meats and whatnot. Just
Have you not heard of floss, Buxton? Perhaps
Floss is for-
toothbrush?
Floss is for after. This is how
Oh.
This is how you get it down your gullet. Get that nutrition.
He goes around and tries to give some to everyone and comes to Melbourne and he just like looks at his food and looks at you and kind of waits.
If you have some pitch, Captain, that might help him out.
He just
You
kind of
can have my share.
he just kind of goes back below deck.
If you have some pitch, he can kind of rub it in his joints and stuff. And anyway,
It's been a while since I've had a good lubing.
Let's go.
Aye. And then I pull out my harmonica and I say, I just kind of like play like a tuning note, and I'm like, all right, friends.
Oh, at the shanty time.
It's been a while since I've been on the Bearded Minnow, and I couldn't be happier to share this moment with all of ye. And I have a song that I'd like to sing to memorize this occasion here. All right, now I'm gonna have to sing on recording.
Let's
Okay.
go.
Whoop.
I'm gonna go ahead and mute the music because it'll hurt.
Oh yeah, let me just turn it off so we just get the full effect.
All right. I used to be a bass in high school. I don't have a deep voice, but I used to in high school because puberty or whatever. But anyway, look ahead, look astern, look away and alee, look along down the coast of Bilgewater. They hailed her a captain and leader of the sea. Go high, go low, and so sailed we. Oh, are you a pirate or a privateer, said she, cruising down the coast of high Bilgewater Bay. Oh, I'm not a man of war or privateer, said he. Blow high, blow ho, and so sailed we. 'Cause I'm a salt sea pirate looking for my few, cruising down the coast of the high Bilgewater Bay.
Yeah, and as you're singing, you can kind of feel the spirit of the sea coming back into you. You know, everyone seems to be kind of aroused by it. Why don't you roll a performance check for me?
And I was hoping to use this as the short rest needed for the meeps.
Yeah.
Meep life. But performance. All right. Ooh, I have a high performance. I guess that makes sense. I'm a bard. But yeah, let me roll it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so as you do this, you can, you know, you're familiar with the concept of what a meep is. Maybe you've never seen one before because they're invisible, but you notice a few little like flutters around you and like a few little shifts, and generally feel kind of like a positive presence. Maybe you hear like a little trilling sound, or like a harmony to what you're singing. You have
That's
a
dope.
meep.
Perfect.
Great.
I pet it? I don't
Do
know.
we
if
all
people-
see it?
No, it's invisible. If you
Okay.
could see it, they're like little bell-shaped golden like sprites, kind of, that kind of scurry around, and they'll help him out, and they're attracted to music. Awesome. So you guys, you know, you set off. The song is rousing. You have your little meep invisible guy. Like every once in a while, you can like catch like a rope rustle or something like that. And you're kind of sailing up the coast, away north from Bilgewater Bay. You know, the sea air is sharp in your nostrils. The bearded minnow crashes rhythmically through the waves as Captain Conrad Silver-Eye Keats navigates towards the sailor's refuge. You do notice, however, that the crew has kept a wary eye on the horizon, and there is a general sense of unease settling across the ship the farther north you go.
So what do they call you, Silver Eye?
Well, 'cause I'm good at picking out treasure from trash, if you know what I mean.
Not really.
They say I've got a silver eye. I can find the value in anything.
Oh.
As you're speaking, the crewman in the crow's nest suddenly shouts, "Shadow starboard!"
Oh,
Silver Eye
I
grimace.
which way?
I
To the
look, I
right.
look down at my hands. I'm like, to the right.
Hook side.
Yes.
I
you
run.
you all kind of yeah. Feel free to move yourself. You all kind of run to the starboard or not, whatever you choose. And Silver Eye grimaces. He's actually at the wheel, so he would actually be he's kind of here, but he's at the upper level. Silver Eye grimaces and pulls the wheel hard to port. You hear him speaking more to himself than anyone. So we here are cursed enough on this day to meet Kagrom.
Shit.
Ships
What's a
and
Kagrom?
ever hungry maw of the deeps. Oh, buck up me hearties, there's a monster to kill. With that, you see a mass of tentacles and tendrils burst forth from the water. An enormous beast races toward the ship. Roll initiative.
Hell yeah!
Let's get some better music.
I want to kill a sea monster at level 3. Let's do it. What,
Yeah,
dude?
let's see you. I would love to see you guys do that too. That would be awesome.
Oh.
Oh my god. Ooh, a big initiative.
Oh, nice.
Oh, Melbourne. Oh my
Wait,
god.
It's not sending it to the.
You didn't click on your token, but I'm
That's
sure
alright. I can do it.
Yeah, he can add it.
Well, I rolled a 2 originally.
Oh.
Nat 1 and a crit back to back.
Oh man. Well, at least you're getting him out of the way. Maybe we can get some high averages. Melbourne just
I didn't
jumped
click
in
on
the
mine
water.
either.
I didn't know you could use your arrow keys, so maybe you're.
All right.
Oh,
are
yeah.
you guys ready?
I'm always ready for. Oh my god! Oh.
You see how big your ship is?
Damn.
I don't think we can kill it, guys.
And this is more representative. He's more like moving toward you. He's not right on top of you yet, but I didn't have 9,000 squares.
If we, Deshaun, even if we don't kill it, we'd be making a tale worth telling after we pass.
Somebody's got to live to tell the tale, Captain.
That's what we plan on doing. And I'm
Kiori would squeeze Thorin back. I understand why you wouldn't go after Kagrom in a regular ship now.
And let me roll a few initiatives. Where's my d20? 7, 13, and what is his plus? Sorry, I should have this up already. Plus. Okay. So we got a 7. Have a 13. And we have a 17.
Whew. Kagrom. Damn Kagrom.
The boy. All right, Kaori, you were the fastest on your feet. At you races this enormous ship-sized monster. I like to imagine he maybe even has like little bits of ship still stuck in his teeth.
Oh man. First reaction would be Kiori would actually take a step back because she doesn't want to be thrown off the ship, and then she would call out to the captains are we leaving it be or are we attacking, Captain?
I'm not sure that we have much choice. As you can see, he's much faster than we are, but I shall do my best.
Very well. Kiori would then pull out her blades and she would go to do an attack.
Well, he's still pretty far off. Maybe 60 feet away.
Oh, it's out of my range. Okay.
Yeah.
You could
Never
do it at
mind.
disadvantage if you want, but it probably won't. Actually, it's huge. Maybe it's AC. Is
Well,
small.
she was going to use a melee weapon, I think, right?
No, I was gonna use my blades.
Oh, how far do they go? They go 60 feet? Oh, they do, and then they return to you. Yeah. You
Correct.
could try to make a disadvantage attack.
Okay, so I would swing out one of my blades to see what happens, trying to nick the tentacles.
Yeah, unfortunately, it just kind of glances off this massive creature's hide.
Gotcha. And then I would just bring the blade back in return and be like, I think we need a bigger boat.
Oh my gosh. Oh, Luke, can you put the music on repeat, please?
Oh, yes.
Thank you.
Why? Because it was hyping you up?
I'm hyped. I'm getting ready to kill some Krakens, some Kragoms, some Kagroms. Let's do this.
Actually, I want to do even more epic music. The music was epic, but this music is even more epic.
Like the opera music from The Fifth Element.
Kind of. All right, so Kagrom races towards you, and you can see his tentacles kind of lashing out towards the ship as he attempts to ensnare it.
At the last moment, Kiri would run over to Deshaun and be like, I'm gonna give Thorn back to you just in case. I don't want to lose him.
Yeah. And
Okay, I'll take him.
You can tell that that Silver Eye is trying to maneuver the vessel, but he's simply not fast enough, and the ship is ensnared by these tentacles.
The ship is caught by the tentacles?
Oh.
Oh shit.
It's his tentacles kind of ensnare and wrap around it, and are kind of attacking from different angles. In his gaping maw, which smells terrible, by the way, is just kind of breathing rancid breath across the ship. Buxton.
All right.
As the ship is ensnared, you hear Silver Eye yelling, "Man the guns! We need to entangle him."
Exactly what I was thinking. Aye, Captain. And I'm gonna go ahead and run forward up these steps over here, you know, kind of like onto the deck, and it'd be like, all right, you bastards, jump on these guns. I've got you covered. We won't be, you know, alerting anybody else other than this bastard here. And I'm gonna go ahead and pull out my harmonica, and then, well, I guess with my hook hand, and but I play. No sound comes out as I cast silence over the two guns.
Interesting. Yeah.
All right, fire away. We won't be giving up our position. And I kind of talk to the different two, you know, scalawags here.
Yeah, Conrad's turn. He continues to yell at his crew, and he's like, "Get those guns loaded! You know, I've got an idea. Attach the end to the anchors there. Perhaps we can weigh him down." And you see them frantically, kind of doing what they're doing. He continues to attempt to wrest free of the tentacles, but unfortunately, with a natural 1 there, you actually feel a crunching down below. Oh, that's not good. Yeah. So the crewmen. Oh, I'm on the wrong layer. They get to the guns and they start kind of fiddling with them and attempting to tie some of the elements to the anchors at the very front of the ship. This crewman on this side actually starts trying to turn it around to be able to shoot at the monster proper. And let's see how she does with that. Oh yeah, easily.
Okay.
There's the map. And she's able to kind of get it. Oops, not that one.
If that wasn't clear, that's my silent spell.
Yeah, that makes sense. To get it more like this. So that's her turn, but the other one's able to take a shot. Unfortunately, the first shot going wide, and he starts frantically trying to untie and then to set up another one. The other crewman, this one begins hacking at the tentacle nearest her, and does a little bit of damage to it actually. And finally, this last guy starts heading down below. He's like, "Captain, I heard something below. I'm not sure I liked the sound of it," and disappears off of the map, which over to this way. All right, Deshaun.
Captain, what did you need me to do, Captain Keats? Shoot something? Go to the fucking cannons?
Well, we've got a
Tell me what
few
you want.
problems if you haven't noticed. There's tentacles all over the ship. Something happened below, and there's a giant monster. Take your pick.
So this is the same day as we fought Ilawi, right? We haven't rested.
Well, no, she refreshed you completely. So just consider as if you have had a long rest.
Yes. Okay, so I will summon a familiar, my new giant eagle. So
Eagle?
So I open my book and mutter a few words, and a giant eagle appears. And I'm gonna jump on its back, and I'm gonna start flying up.
Ooh.
All right, you're on an eagle now.
Take me with you.
I don't know
Wait,
that I
can
have
I
an
take-
eagle token. Let's see. Oh, that's not what I went.
That's pretty awesome. Sounds some Lord of the Rings
Where's a
stuff
good
right there.
eagle?
Yeah.
Oh, this is the worst eagle I've ever seen. That's not what we're using.
I'm pretty sure I could draw a better eagle than that.
Yeah.
This is the closest thing I can see on short notice.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool.
Sweet.
Can he pick up Melbourne, or he or she, the eagle, pick up Melbourne with his feet?
I mean, it can carry one of you.
I was just kidding.
Oh,
we-
okay. I thought you really wanted to come up. But I just,
I mean,
I was
yeah,
just
but
This is
jumping
some
on
Return of the
it.
King stuff. We got the Eagles are coming.
And I'll fly. Eagle can go. Ooh, I think it's 30 feet up.
The eagle's doing some aerial movement here.
And that's my turn anyway, so.
Cool. So
that's
you're
fine.
now riding the eagle 30 feet above the ship.
Sorry, 80 feet. So let's go.
You
80.
can go 80 feet in one turn.
80 fly speed.
Oh
yeah.
dear lord. Let's cut that in half because he's carrying you. Okay, it's 40 now.
Okay,
That's
40.
40
I'll
now.
take it. I'll take it. I'll take
All
it.
right. I'm just gonna track it on one of his little things.
Yeah, I'm gonna run
40.
it.
Cool. All right. Melbourne. You just saw Deshaun summon an eagle, jump on it, and just yeet herself off the ship.
okay.
Buxton's doing something over here.
So is this dude
Yeah.
like visible, or is he? Like, he's just using his tentacles to crush the ship right now.
Yeah,
Or
so he's
frag-
kind of in that area. He's kind of looming up and over the ship, and on his turn, he kind of like enwrapped it in these just enormous tentacles.
Okay. Yeah, I guess I'll just hack at these tentacles in front of me.
Yeah, and unfortunately, those those were not solid connections. You've yet to find your sea legs, but hopefully you will soon. Anything else?
No, that's it.
Yeah, rip. Kaori, suddenly everything is really quiet around you.
Realizing everything's quiet, she takes advantage of the opportunity to take a moment to breathe and focus, and then she would choose to attack again now that the tentacles are closer.
Yeah,
And,
absolutely. So this one here, or this one?
I'm going to focus on the one that's on the far side.
Great. Go ahead. And are you doing a single attack? Wow, there's a lot of natural ones. And are you doing the single attack or the kicked one where you can do a double?
I think right now I'm going to go for the double, so that would be spending a key point, I believe.
Correct. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'll go again because
The
I'm
snake
still
eyes on
figuring
a
out sea
D20
legs,
is a
too.
rare sight. There you go. Solid hit.
Mhm. Awesome. So after taking that meditation, like seeing that I was not, my chakras weren't lined up or whatnot, but I just took another quick, and then went again, and it sliced straight through target.
All right, let's roll some damage. 5. Alrighty. In response, as you hit this tentacle, Kagrom takes a legendary action against you level 3s.
Oh!
Oh no.
Fuck, we gotta
Everyone
go.
in this area right here, please make a strength saving throw.
Okay. Am I in that area? I missed it.
No,
Can you
up
ping
here.
Ping again up here. Okay, strength save. It's me. I'm the strongest boy you've ever fucking seen.
That includes you,
Nobody
Kaori.
near you.
Yeah, 8. I'm sure I succeeded, right, Luke?
Yes,
Oh, no.
actually you did. No, you did not.
Okay.
An 8 and a 6. You guys are rolling. You guys are rolling well.
Wow. Yeah. Wow.
Oh gosh.
I'm a charismatic boy. I play instruments. I don't do the. I command, and I play music.
All right. This tentacle that Kaori just hit smashes down into the deck, crunching through a little bit of it. It's anyone who failed, which is both of you. You take the full. It's only 4 damage in this case, and the one crew member did not. She takes a little bit of damage. I can't make it too much. You guys would fucking die.
Yes, we would.
And anyone who failed also gets pushed 10 feet back from right here.
All right, I have to do a con check, don't I?
Con check for what?
I have to beat a 10 for the concentration.
Oh, right.
I have to beat a 10. Fuck. Silence
Oh, I'm sorry.
is gone.
Less.
Buxton,
Oh.
as you're pushed back, make me another check. A reflex saving throw to save from being knocked off board.
Would it be dexterity?
Yeah.
I'm in the water, aren't I?
You're in the water.
No.
You and one of the
Not if
crewmen
my
go
eagle.
getting... What's that?
I said, not if my eagle can get you before you fall.
I don't think so.
Damn it.
All right. I am in the water. My fur, it's like a wet cat. I look miserable immediately, but also I imagine the ship is like moving fast at this point, trying to get away from this thing. Well, I guess it's kind of stuck, isn't it? I don't know.
Yeah,
Like,
it's
I'm like-
kind of held in place right now.
Like this, but it still is like this innate fear kind of fills my body as like I notice that I am no longer on a vessel and I'm in the middle of a sea somewhere north of the Bilgewater Bay. They kind of fall in. It's like that scene when the cards fall from the ship in Yu-Gi-Oh! The
Yeah.
yeah, you know what I'm talking
I
about.
know exactly what you're talking
Yeah,
about.
it's like that scene, and
Um,
I splash in the water below.
Yeah. No, it's not a good time. Now Kagrom actually goes. He is going
Reactions.
legendary against level 3s. Is it too easy for you now, Alex?
Yeah.
Calm down.
He's gonna make a special attack against the crew member here, and it lands because they're much weaker than you are. And you see him like his face just kind of comes in close, and he bites at her and actually swallows her.
Oh no.
Oh.
Now she's inside of him.
Kill him from the inside. I like it.
And the tentacles keep kind of wreaking havoc on the side of the ship. And Buxton, as it comes to your turn, you can actually see where the tentacles are. They're like kind of, some of them have like gone inside the lower levels of the ship, and it's obviously leaking.
Okay. Well, then what I want to do then is, I imagine, I guess I'd have to do some sort of climbing maneuver, right, to get up. But like, I want to get to this ledge here. This ledge where, it looks like must have been like a balcony or something on like a lower level.
Yeah, and in
And-
fact, maybe that is intended for kind of what would you call it? Like small ships to be able to dock there. So there, I would say there might even be some climbing handholds there.
Sure. Well, I climb up, then I scramble up, however many feet that might be, to get kind of like level with this thing that's kind of like fucking up my ship, and I say, I am not here to see it sink today after being apart from it for so many years. And I am going to go ahead and, I don't know why I said that like I'm a badass, because I have a gun!
You
I
do
take
have
my
a gun.
and I blop it.
All
That's what I
right.
do.
Dude, let's
Sure,
get some
pull it off.
bloppage.
Yeah, okay, where's my
And don't
gun
forget,
at?
you do have inspiration if you want it.
Oh, I think I used it earlier, to be fair.
Oh, okay.
Unless you want to give me a second one.
Nah, you're
But
good.
I use it for that one check. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and use my energy ammunition, which gives me the +1 energy plus proficiency bonus, and I am gonna go ahead and blop it with the pistol. Yeah,
Hey,
22.
roll some damage.
Mm-hmm.
10 damage.
10 damage, which doesn't sound like a lot, but you know what?
So
the
yeah,
fuck
you
off
actually
my ship.
notice like it severely cripples kind of part of it, and it starts kind of like writhing more, viciously in anger. Anything else?
This is for you to decide. So I could use my healing word as a bonus action, but can I, like, if I don't see somebody, can I use it on, for example, can I use it on Kiori? Because it is kind of around the ship here.
Yeah, I would say that you've probably used only about half your movement. You could probably actually get all the way up on board still.
Okay, yeah, then I'll get up on board and I'm saying, whew, all right, the word of the day is Keats. And then I as I shout that, I'm using my healing word to heal up Kiori, using a level 1 spell slot, 7 healing.
Nice.
Awesome, thank you.
As
That's
you
my
do
turn.
that, you hear Keats just like shout. He's continuing to shout to his crew, and he says, "You lot, you're with us now. Help me get rid of these tentacles." You can do it. And you all feel kind of like inspired and blessed. And everyone can kind of act as if they have what would you call it? Bardic Inspiration for this next
Awesome.
round. Crew members. So this crewman is very unfortunately got knocked a little farther from the boat. So he swims and is able to kind of climb up to the halfway point. Using the rest of his movement, he's able to scramble back on board. Half choked with seawater. Luckily, it's very easy to get back onto the bearded minnow when she's stationary. There's a crewman below, and there's this one here who is now able to take her first shot. Ooh, a good roll. Let's roll her inspiration or her inspiration. Bardic Inspiration. Yeah, 21. So she is actually able to land the first shot into kind of the writhing mass of tentacles, and it's kind of a jagged javelin type thing that's like made for piercing sea monsters. And she does one of these, just like a big cannon boom, and it kind of whistles through the air past you. And they're generally made so that they have like a rope on them, very sturdy rope for like pulling them in. But in this case, you can see her immediately like start tying it to the left anchor.
Genius.
And then the other one is swallowed. Let's give her a strength check. What do I need to beat here?
So she's in the mouth to the south, right?
Or a concept. Yes. So she's and its assumption is this is moving all over the place. The mouth can kind of like move back and forth.
Okay.
No, she did not beat it, and so that's some damage.
Do we hear screams?
It's hard to hear anything over the sound of the giant monster.
I imagine they sound like Gyarados from Pokemon.
Yeah, it's just like, brrr, like waves crashing around, all that kind of stuff. Deshaun,
What's going on?
you're on the Eagle.
I'm on the Eagle. Seeing that everyone is back on, or just about back on the ship, she will stay on the Eagle, and she'll say, "Son of a bitch," and cast Void Burst on the...
You got back on.
Yeah, so Void Burst, so she'll just cast a spell instead of helping them.
Cool.
And she'll cast on probably the one that Buxton was hitting, so the top left one.
Cool.
So dexterity saving throw if they can do that.
Yeah, I'm probably going to give them disadvantage because they can't move.
Great success.
So that would be only a 7.
Yes, that does not succeed. So that is 3d8. So a huge black void comes in with like electricity and it smashes him for 13 damage. And I'm going to use my Runic Pulse Arcane Power. So my next 2 spells I can add damage equal to my proficiency.
Awesome. And you actually see this kind of stalk of tendrils and tentacles kind of crumple beneath the waves as your Void Burst just kind of eviscerates some of their flesh.
Yeah.
And anything else, or you can go ahead and do your Eagle's actions as well.
You know what? I think the Eagle will fly over to the same one and just...
Oh, I just realized I lost some of your videos. So this one is gone now.
Oh, it's actually gone completely? Cool.
Yeah, hold on. Why can't I? Here we go.
Oh,
So
nice.
my giant eagle has multi-attack, so attacks with the beak and its talons, but I think I'll just, for the sake of it, he'll kind of fly through and just like try and slash it with his talons. I feel like it would be a bit weird if it went down to protect it as well. So it's just going to go. Oh. And they are all kind of useless.
He gets multi-attack, you said, right?
Yeah, but I feel like just RP wise, I feel like it'd be hard because it's me on the back, and it's if you're allowed.
I already have this speed. You can multi-attack.
Okay, cool. So beak is 11.
Unfortunately, neither of them hit.
Oh, can I use my Bardic Inspiration on the thing?
Oh yeah, no, well not in the Eagle. He doesn't understand what the captain's saying to him.
And
Melbourne.
then, I think we'll fly
Oh,
away
sorry.
for a little bit again, just so that's all, and then we're done.
Yep, you're good.
Trying to think of something useful I could do, but I think I'll just attack the tentacles again.
Seems reasonable.
Hopefully hit. Oh, that's not what I meant to click.
Hey,
Oh!
the double
There we
crit.
go.
We need like a special song to play.
If I'm doing my math correctly, that is a 1 in 5,864,443 and 200 chance.
Is that the math?
5 mil.
And we've had this
Damn.
happen
Thanks, Captain
twice.
Yeah, Buxton's not there. That's
He
Alex.
he climbed back on board. He's like, the odds of that happening. Like spitting up seaweed.
And then my whatever it's called. I
It's
do
the
an
first time you do
extra
damage. You do extra, right?
D6. Yeah, so 1d6 extra, so 11 total.
Nice.
Nice.
And I think you have another attack, right?
Yeah, my bonus. That's not what I meant to click.
Oh
sorry.
hell yeah!
My bonus.
Yeah, and go ahead and roll your plus 1d4 on that.
1d4.
As a
60.
wise man once said, damage is damage.
That it is, and that amount that puts you over. The second one connects as well.
Okay, sweet. So 7.
7. Cool.
Awesome.
Yeah, this one is you have laid heavily into it.
Awesome.
All right. Kaori, your friends are whacking and slashing at these tentacles.
All right. Seeing that Melbourne has started working on this one here, then I'm actually going to. I'm gonna dash all the way across the ship and start trying to take on this other one, and I'm going to use my regular short spear to stab, and then I'll spend another key point for the quintessential strike to have my Navori blades attack.
Cool. Yep, and we agreed that the Navori blades would take the place of the unarmed strikes.
Correct. So the action of attacking, I have my short spear going down. Ooh,
Yep, solid.
nice.
Nice.
Awesome. So we have 9 piercing with my short spear, not my new fancy one. I didn't want to lose it. And then Navori blades and 2. Oh, I could have done 2 attacks earlier. Oh well.
Yep, that's fine. So go ahead and roll those.
Mhm.
Yes, and roll an extra d4 on the last one.
D4.
How much damage do the Navori blades do? I think it's less than that. Oh no, you get.
Oh.
So yeah, one of them hit. So roll damage. Was that the damage for the blade? Was that
The
1d6
9 was
plus
the
X. Oh,
damage
yeah.
for the first blade.
you
The
crit your
17.
both of your damages? Okay, damage is damage.
Nice.
Kagrom kind of roars his malcontent. But now with no zone of silence around these cannons, he's a little bit upset about what just happened. And he tries to make a big old chomp on this boy up here.
And he's still got the one woman in his mouth, right?
Yeah, maybe like as he opens his mouth to like roar and chomp, you can hear her like kind of screaming in there in the gullet.
I want him to chomp me.
Unfortunately for this crewman who just made it back on board, he has breathed his last breath, and arterial spray, maybe like his arm is just kind of like taken off, and this man is unfortunately laid out.
Oh shit.
Get some Jaws vibes now.
Buxton,
Flip this guy up.
you see this man go down.
Buxton seeing a new crew member, maybe one that he only knew for an hour or so, but someone who reveled in his shanties, someone who broke bread with him. He feels like a deep-seated pain and sadness, but above that, he feels this kind of like just anger. and he feels a sense of duty as a former captain, aka a future captain of the Bearded Minnow. What he's gonna do, and you tell me if this is possible, Luke, but I would like to move over and dive into the mouth. I assume it's nearby this guy here, right?
Yeah, he's like he's just like chomping down on him, and he's like, kind of hovering over that area right now. Oh, you're going in.
I'm going in. Like,
Shit.
you bastard.
All right, make an athletics check.
Oh my gosh.
That you almost defeated Captain Buxton. Alright, athletics check. I have a 0 at this. Okay,
You have inspiration though, remember?
No, he used it.
No, I used
Oh, damn it!
You have your Bardic Inspiration.
Oh,
Hey!
not bad.
No, that's good enough. I mean, you're trying to get into somewhere that wants you in there. So what does it look like as you kind of dive into the gullet of the sea monster?
Oh my gosh.
I'm going to like dash past the teeth into like the tongue and like throat area, and I want to like grab the hand of the woman who's been taking some damage.
I got some Attack on Titan vibes here now.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Oh my gosh, it's actually a great way to kind of think about it. And then I'm going to go ahead and use my improved healing to healing word this person.
All right, yeah. So you kind of dive in past these enormous teeth. You're able to kind of circumvent them, and you're now, I imagine, maybe like even holding on to one of the teeth or something like that, or something of that sort. And there's just a hand reaching out of like the abyss of its gullet. You grab it and healing word, and you still feel a spark of life within. And how much was the healing word for? 8?
8 total. Yep, with my improved healing.
All right.
All right, that is my turn.
You guys just see Buxton yell something and dive into the monster. Silver-Eye Heat, he's kind of wrestling with it. He's like, I don't know what that was, but we're dragging something fierce. We need these tentacles off of us, and I don't know what's happening below, but I fear we need those leaks looked to. Let's give him his vessel craft. He seems to have found a little bit of leeway, and you don't hear any crunching from below during this round. He's a very good steerer.
All right.
The crewmen are taking some damage here. You hear, as you're holding on to the crewman that has fallen down the gullet, you hear her continue to like scream as maybe some digestive juices are kind of engaging with her. The other one actually kind of leaps over down here and orients the gun for another shot. Unfortunately missing again. And the one below continues his actions. Deshaun.
I'm going to do the same thing, but cast Void Burst at a higher level now. Seeing Kaori run over there, she's going to... Oh, actually, yeah, she'll Void Burst where the one that Kaori's at 2nd level.
Alex, have you started rolling your new character yet?
Oh, shit.
That's a bold question.
I'm kidding.
I will save this person. I will save them.
Which one?
Escape.
That one?
Yep.
All right, dex save at disadvantage. Does an 11 beat it?
Nope. Yes. So that's 4d8 and it's +2 this roll because of my my what is it called? Sorry, arcane power.
Your
So
wizard
it's
on high
20.
slays another tentacle mass. And what does it look like as the void burst kind of takes this one down?
So with this one, the void burst swallows this fucking tentacle thing in this black hole.
Yeah, and it leaves like a stalk behind that's just like leaking like black blood into the water now.
And then my eagle was going to go and attack the one next to Melvin. Fly in, multi-attack. Come on, B. Yes, first time.
There you go.
Nice.
Oh my
Oh, shit.
lord. You're
Oh,
just a
shit.
damaged monstrosity.
Ah! Go,
Yeah.
eagle, go!
The eagle just kind of rips through this one, just like taking out tentacles. And it also slinks into the depths. You guys are tentacle free.
Yeah!
Wow.
Yes.
And I fly back up a little bit just so I can't get hit. So still, I'd say still at 40 feet just in case.
Yeah, yeah. All right. Melbourne, you're out of tentacles. However, your captain has thrown himself into the jaws of Kagrom.
So where
Yeah,
is
so
the mouth still open, like over here or something?
yeah, he's like over here. And I imagine Melbourne is literally like feet on the bottom, like holding onto a tooth on the top, maybe even like trying to hold it open, and holding on to this person.
Yeah.
I guess maybe you have like your hook around a tooth.
Dug into his.
Oh yeah, just put it right up in there.
Oh
He's gonna need a sea monster dentist after this.
man. Okay. All right. I guess I will jump it. How big is the mouth?
It's pretty big. It's like 5+ feet. Like when he opens it wide, it's like maybe about 5+ feet. You can actually see him in there.
Yeah. I guess I'll jump in there too.
Everybody's
Oh,
going in.
okay.
Hell yeah, I love this.
I'll try anyway.
All right. Roll me in athletics.
I'm coming, Captain. Athletics. Of course.
You still have your. I'm just giving you inspiration for this whole fight because it's actually kind of hard.
I don't know if that's enough. 13.
I mean, you're trying to get somewhere dangerous. He's not trying to stop you. Yeah, you launch yourself in, and what are you doing in here?
What does the throat look like?
Yeah, just like this big, like going
Just a big
down. Yeah, just like a
Didn't
big.
expect
Well, and
that.
currently there's
Normal
like
throat?
there's like a crew member down there, and it's pretty cramped in there. You're like in there with Buxton, like holding the
Yeah.
roof open.
Can I yank the crew member out?
So
Potentially throw them?
yeah, what I'll do is say now that you're in there with Buxton, on his turn he can roll with advantage to kind of save them. So getting in there is
Okay.
probably kind of the
So-
biggest extent of it.
Alright. Sounds good. Yeah, I'll help him on his turn. Pull the crew member out.
Sweet.
I just imagine Melbourne acting kind of like the jack on a car, just like pushing the whole thing open.
Yeah, you like hold it.
Yeah, I'm holding the mouth so he can pull it.
Kaori, as this massive tentacles kind of sinks before you, you can feel the ship. It feels more sluggish. It's moving again, but it's immensely sluggish. And Silvereye yells to you, "We've got to get those leaks stopped."
Kaori would just nods like, okay, and just dashes down to the lower decks trying to see if she can do anything to reduce the leaks, whether it's trying to like push boards back or even just like grabs a bucket and just starts like running and bailing water.
Yeah. So go ahead and move yourself. You would go down here,
Mm-hmm.
and you can see the lower deck off to the right there.
Yeah. Cool.
And you can probably make it all the way with your movement to the lowest deck. How far have you gone so far? Yeah.
I'm going down the second star.
Cool. And then even farther to the right, we have the lowest deck.
All right, I imagine like I just get down to the bottom step.
Yeah.
And
As you do, you see this crew member kind of finishing up the patching on this what appears to have been a large leak here. But you're taking on water, and there's already maybe ankle-deep water in the other parts. There is like kind of an outer shell that's helping you, but the crew member is like, "Okay, you've got to help me. There's boards and nails right over there."
okay, Kaori would go over the bit. Okay, what do I do with the boards and the nails?
What do you think? And it is
I'm from
Kagrom's turn.
Ionia. I don't know.
All right, Kagrom. He's got a bunch of
Kagrom
people.
would like to spit everyone out of his mouth.
Kagrom's got a bunch of
Onto
people in
the
his
deck.
mouth.
Yeah, he would like to spit them out onto the deck.
Does a 16 hit you, Buxton?
You're muted.
I don't hear you.
He's cussing. He's censoring.
Yes, it hits me, Mr. DM.
Okay, sweet. Please take 10 points of damage as kind of you get ground into some of the teeth in there. Melbourne. Does an 18 hit you, Melbourne?
Yeah.
Please take 7 points of damage.
Did I just lead my friend into death? Oh my god.
Guys, no!
And you can hear what almost sounds like a laugh kind of coming up from his throat.
Oh.
What an asshole.
Buxton.
Yeah.
Shop of the Hut.
He sounds like one of those characters from Spirited Away. Alright, Buxton's like, alright, I've suffered worse than this. And I kind of like, and I kind of pull up the crew member that's kind of like deep into like the gullet of the creature. I'm like, oh, you're not gonna die today. Kind of like, knowing that my first mate's kind of behind me, helping me out, I'm gonna like pull out that guy and like, kind of, I'm getting ready to swan dive the fuck out of here.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and make an athletics check to make all this happen.
And if I remember correctly, you said I get advantage?
You do.
15 is not perfect, but it's better than a fucking net 1.
Oh.
Yeah, no, I'll give it to you. A, for the rule of cool, and B, because it's a reasonably high roll for your level. You've got your buddy there. He's helping you. And what does it look like as you rescue from this person, literally from the jaws of death?
I imagine it's like, so like, you ever choke on something? This is a weird description, but you ever choke on something and like, like when you're like, you're coughing and it shoots out in like this like perfect arc? That's kind of like what me and whatever the person's name that I'm with, we just get like fucking launched as like the creature kind of coughs, or at least they pull them out, like just expulsioned language, and I hope onto the deck. If not, expelled. There we go. Maybe into the water. But
let me decide. Let's see. Odds or evens? You want odds or evens?
Evens. Let's do evens.
Even. Onto the deck.
Hell yeah. Onto the deck. And we just kind of like splatter, I imagine, right next to Captain Keats. Just kind of like covered in like this like slime and stuff. Alright.
Good on ya, Arlene. Are you doing well? You too, Buxton.
And I said, Arlena, you're good. But my friend, Melbourne! As I shout it, I cast Healing Word on Melbourne. And I'm gonna use my improved healing, which is another d6. Why the I disconnected. Let me Luke, I trust you with a d6 roll.
You trust me?
Yeah, I trust you.
I roll a 1, so Melbourne take 6.
Oh, what?
There we go. I think you're back up. Or close to.
Close to.
All right. Whew. Don't want to do that again, but you gotta get Melbourne out of there. And that's my turn.
Keats on his turn, he begins kind of steering the vessel, but it's very sluggish right now, away from Kagrom, who seems preoccupied with the large bit of metal in his throat.
Chew on that.
You now have another crew member with you. Arlene. She's just kind of dazed. She kind of stands up and she's like, "Where do you need me, Captain?" He's like, "Below. We need to stop the leaks." She just kind of wanders off in that direction.
I would need years of therapy, but
Yeah.
good job on Arlena.
I thought she'd just sit down and cry.
This one up here takes another shot. Are we ever gonna hit this thing? Unfortunately not. She hit the first one with a relatively high roll, but nothing yet since. Deshaun, you see Buxton and Arlena launch from Kagrom's throat, but Melbourne remains.
Seeing Melbourne in his mouth still, I'm going to try and magic missile his eyes, just so we can kind of freak him out to kind of, open his mouth so that it gives a chance for Melbourne to jump out, and I'm also going to get my giant eagle to claw and beak his eyes as well, or in his face.
Sure, go ahead. Roll it up.
But he's going to drop me off on the ship though, just in case. And he's going to fly and do his own thing.
Oh, okay. You might die. See ya, eagle.
I know, that's what I was scared of, so I'm going to magic missile first in his eyes. So, 1, 2, 3.
10. All right.
I'm tempted to just go deeper, you know.
And then beak, and then talons.
Unfortunately,
Classic.
neither of those hit, but he is distracting the big boy. Melbourne, there's an eagle outside attacking the eyes.
Can I rip out one of the teeth and jump for the eagle?
Roll a strength check. Yes,
Oh!
you get a big old kraken tooth.
Yeah, I want a trophy from this. And then, am I close enough to jump for the ship? Because I would do that if I am.
Yeah,
Otherwise-
you can jump like next to Buxton.
Yeah.
Oh, you should have jumped on the eagle. That would have been way cooler.
If you jump into the eagle, I'm gonna need athletics or an acrobatics.
Yeah, like, you're above the mouth. That would be. Alright, what'd you say? Athletics?
If you're going on the eagle, unfortunately you trip and you end up next to Buxton.
Okay, that's what...
Nice try, Melbourne!
I love it.
Kaori, you are below deck. Let me scroll back over.
Correct. I am unsure what to do. It's like I'm holding a bunch of boards in my arm, and then I have like nails in my hands. I'm like, what do these do?
What do you think
I'm
they
from
do?
Ionia.
Patch the holes.
I'm from Ionia. I don't know.
You can see the
I
guy
lost my
like
trees.
hammering them into the side of the boat.
She would look around for a hammer and be like, "Please forgive me. I use your husk to save our lives," and starts very clumsily trying to like shake and like hammer, and her hand is like the adrenaline shakes or whatnot, and she tries to work on this hole over on the middle.
Yeah, absolutely. You're able to stem some of the flow pretty easily, but why don't you roll me? What kind of check would this be? You're gonna have disadvantage at it, probably, or not disadvantage, but at least not be proficient in it. It's like a craftsmanship thing. Just roll, I guess, like plus wisdom. Just knowing how to do it.
Sure. D20 plus wisdom.
Yeah, you're able to make a good patch.
Rival.
Nice.
As all of this is kind of happening, everyone is back aboard the ship. You hear, and the ship is starting to kind of turn away. You hear Kagrom kind of roar as like this eagle is pecking at his eyes. Like some of his tentacles are kind of maimed, and he takes one little chomp at this eagle above him. Does an 18 hit the eagle?
It definitely hits the eagle, yeah.
Oh no.
No.
Gotta get that eagle.
Please give the eagle 13 points of damage and a strength check. Or a strength saving throw.
Oh,
Okay. He's not being swallowed. That's the good news.
Ooh.
Yes, go eagle, go!
Buxton.
Buxton is gonna just like wipe his face off with all the slime, but realize it's just making it worse. It's worse. Language. And I'm gonna be like, "Whew, all right, Melbourne, you're back." I'm gonna pat his like shin, but as I do that, I kind of like get ready to run downstairs, and I'm gonna be like, "All right, you're not gonna be sinking me ship today." And can I get to the bottom layer?
Yeah, you can get just to the bottom layer, basically.
Okay. And I guess, can I get to this like leak over here, or do I have to wait another turn?
How far have you gone? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, yeah, you can get all the way there.
All right, and I'm just gonna like, I don't know. I assume as a former sailor, I know exactly what to do in this situation. But I'm gonna go ahead and take a board. Gonna flip up like my hook, and I guess angle it to like whack the nails in.
Absolutely, and I would say around this time is when Kagrom is distracted. He's kind of crippled. He has the anchors weighing him down. We as we get to the final crew member here, this final shot does land, and though he does try to chase you, you're patching the boards, bailing some of the water out together, and you're able to kind of gain on him and put some distance between you, and eventually he kind of disappears. Congratulations!
We
Yes.
did it.
Oh my gosh.
And we
Melvin-
saved Darlena.
What?
Are you?
What was
Melvin, are you
this?
holding a big tooth?
Oh yeah, I found this while I was in there. I thought it was a good trophy.
Aye, be a good memory of our feat this day, but with great victory comes small defeat. And I kind of walk over to the man who's like missing his entire arm over here. And I kind of like take my hat off, only for a moment before I put it back on. But I am like, what was his name, Alina?
Music's real intense right now.
Yeah, it's a wrap-up music. His name was Fleming. He was a good lad. I knew him for a few months now.
Aye, Fleming died protecting what I assume, and I kind of gesture to the rest of the people, he loved best. Freedom on the open sea.
Yeah.
And protected our lives and allowed the bearded minnow to enjoy the same freedom.
Absolutely. And I kind of imagine at this point the camera kind of like pulling back on the newly kind of freshly damaged bearded minnow. Some of your rigging is kind of hanging limp. There's some fresh patches in the side, but she limps on and kind of pulls back. The sun is setting, and you can see in the distance. Keats kind of points out for you the sailor's refuge, the cage, or not cage, the cave. And that's where we'll wrap up for tonight.
Cool. Holy shit! You gave us a huge kraken.
Oh my god.
Well done. That
Well,
was a good
I didn't
session.
make you fight it completely. You said to get away from it.
Yeah, get
Zero
away from
die.
it. I thought I was gonna die.
I thought you were
What?
gonna die.
Yeah, I was like, oh, there go Melbourne and Buxton.
Fucking Melbourne.
You could have
Melbourne's
died
the
to 2
fucking
attacks,
MVP.
basically.
Melbourne's like, Captain, I'm not gonna leave you. Jumps into the fucking-
Yeah, no, that was great.
I-
Actually, Melbourne, take inspiration for next time because you followed your captain into the jaws of danger.
Yeah, I was like,
That's
so my
awesome.
thought was like, okay, if I'm gonna really be true to what I said earlier about caring about the crew versus just caring about myself, I'm not gonna let this random crew member die. And I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna jump in, and try to save them, like with all my healing words and inspirations and all that stuff. But no, I was super hyped. I thought I was gonna die, but I'm like, really cool. Fuck it, this is what he would have done.
Yeah,
If this was-
absolutely.
If I was playing him 100%, he wouldn't known what. Like, I'm trying to. I don't know, and I'd love to know your thoughts, everyone. But like, I was trying to be anti-meta game because I know the Kraken stats. I know the challenge rating is like 5 times our challenge rating.
Well,
I'm
yeah,
like-
this was like a challenge rating 13.
Oh my
Yeah,
gosh.
yeah, and I'm just sitting here and I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. No, Buxton wouldn't give a shit. He wouldn't have known. He would have been like, you know what?
Well, I toned down the damage a lot just because he would be
Yeah.
one-shotting you guys.
Yep.
If you
Yeah,
had
we
wanted to
did 400
kill him, he would
I
have
was like,
over
what?
200 HP. So
Yep.
that's probably not happening.
Yep. No, I did. When he did 4 damage, he was like, okay. So Luke wasn't being a complete asshole and gonna like just one shot us all.
No, I
It
turned
would've
it
been-
from
It would have been like one slap, and
Yeah.
like I would have been dead.
it was supposed to be like 1d8 plus 7, and I made it 1d6 plus 3, which is still
actually-
a lot for you guys. But
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. Yeah. 1d8 plus 7 actually isn't that crazy. I mean, it's still 2-hit kill, but
Yeah.
I don't think anybody here, other than maybe Deshaun, would be one hit from that.
yeah, I as a design principle, I try to never have enemies that can easily one-shot you. It's gonna happen sometimes, especially with our squishiers. But
Yeah. No, but I was hyped. Fucking
was cool.
Melbourne MVP moment.
Yeah.
And then I loved Deshaun and your eagle. And
That's
you
cool.
know
Your animals keep missing, except for he had that one great one where he just
I
like ended
know.
it. But
That was good. Yeah.
you killed all the
Ki-
tentacles actually.
I think Kiori was the
Okay.
best at like doing the actual like keeping us from sinking part.
Mechanics, yeah.
Yeah, mechanics. Yeah.
Oh, thank you. I thought it was awesome when you jumped in. I just imagined from Pirates of the Caribbean where Jack jumps into the mouth of the Kraken and that like 10 layers of teeth are all like flexing.
Ooh, that's
was
even
awesome.
scarier. Yeah.